Okay guys, today I am out with my dog on just a little walk, looking for mushrooms and whatever type of mushrooms I can find. The main ones that I'm going after today are pheasant backs and hen of the woods. I'm going to show you both how to identify them, where to find them. Right here I have some old hen of the woods, past its prime. If I would have came here a couple weeks earlier, I probably could have found this good. There's another little group of it right here. But as you can see, I mean, this is a pretty decent sized group of them. Hen of the woods actually gets really big, and I'll show you that when I find a fresh group of them. You can see this is what the bottom of it looks like. Kind of looks like pheasant back, which is the other mushroom I'm looking for today. But I'll show you that mushroom when I find that as well. It is growing by a dead stump right next to a couple of big oak trees, which is what they primarily grow under. But as you can see, it's a nice little group of them right here. I will show you guys the fresh group when I get to them, and I will also show you pheasant backs today. Like I said, where to look for them, how to identify them, and the main area you're going to find these type of mushrooms is going to be right by an oak tree primarily. So anyways, I will see you guys at the next spot. Okay, well, I just found some pheasant backs. I actually picked the baby specimens of these a couple weeks ago, and as you can see, these baby ones are already that big. I am not going to pick these. I'm actually going to leave these for one of my friends to find, but I will talk more about these in depth when I get to another tree that's not like back in the woods. Come on. Okay guys, as you can see here, we have a absolutely beautiful specimen of pheasant back mushrooms. Like I said, today I'm just out with my dog, walking and looking. I've actually studied these mushrooms for many weeks as they've grown from just little baby mushrooms. I'll pop up a picture of day one when they just sprouted to now. So as you can see here, this is like the babyest version of them, like the smallest they can be. And this is about like the perfect size that you'd actually want to pick them. I have so many of these in my fridge right now. I'm not going to pick these, but I will cut one of the smaller ones off just to show you what they kind of look like. So I just have this knife right here. Nothing special. I'm just going to cut off one of these baby ones. As you can see, you have that white glossy finish right there. It's even dripping water. It's so wet inside of here. On the bottom you have all these let's see if I can get the camera to focus on that. As on the bottom here, you can see it has all these small holes, and as it gets bigger, these holes are more noticeable. And as you can see right here, the back looks just like a pheasant back. I will pop up the scientific name of these, but these are just like an absolutely beautiful specimen. I think I'm actually going to pick these and give them to one of my friends, just because I do not want them to go bad. As you can see here, I mean, this thing is it's dripping water. They're just so wet and moist. I'm not sure what quite makes these. These are a beginner level mushroom. I am pretty much a self-taught forager, so I look up all my mushrooms. I look up what I can and can't eat. And these are a beginner level mushroom. So like I said, I'm probably going to pick these and give them to my friend just because I don't want them to go bad. So I will film me picking these. So usually I carry a mesh bag, but my mesh bag ripped this year. So I just have a normal grocery bag. The better thing with the mesh bag is it actually drops the spores on the ground and makes it so the mushrooms can grow again the next year. But I'm just going to cut these right here. And these are about perfect size. As you can see here, the bigger they get, the holes are more noticeable, and they look just like a pheasant back mushroom. I mean, they look just like a pheasant back. As you can see, I accidentally cut off one of these really baby ones. You can see they start really small, and they can get really big. Just gonna put this in my grocery bag and move on to the next mushroom. This is probably like the perfect size that you want to pick them. See how there's no bugs in there. You can just see those beautiful spores on the back, and it's just a beautiful mushroom. big this one is. Just a perfect, beautiful mushroom. Even still, there's a ton more baby mushrooms all over this tree that are just going to grow throughout the year. My mushroom season is going to come to a close pretty soon just because of hunting season. And hunting season will go right into ice fishing season. So those are 4 very nice pheasant back mushrooms. And they're growing on this just dead tree. I'm not sure what type of wood this is, but they're just growing on this dead fallen down tree. It's from the storm that we had here recently. There's a ton of other dead mushrooms all over this tree. I came back here and I saw these, like I said, just as little babies, and it's crazy how big some of these mushrooms can get. I'll pop up pictures of just big mushrooms that people find that are just like these, but I really enjoy mushroom hunting. I'm, like I said, a self-taught forager. I had one guy taught me a little bit about golden oyster mushrooms, which are these. Like I said, I'm mostly a self-taught forager. What I would say is if you find a mushroom that you think looks like a mushroom you've seen, I would say you would want to do a ton of research on it. You want to really know what you're eating, and you do not want to play around with this type of stuff. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope that we can maybe find some hen of the woods today, and I can possibly show you where that grows and just more about it. So stay tuned. Okay guys, as I've just been walking down this trail, I've actually noticed a ton of pheasant backs. I've seen the baby ones, so I figured there'd be a lot back here. But like I said, I already have, I think, 3 bagfuls of pheasant backs in my fridge. So if I pick any, it won't be for me. They will be for my friends, like I said earlier. But right now, I'm just leaving those ones because, well, the mushrooms that I'm really excited about are the hen of the woods slash maritake mushroom. I think that's the scientific name. I'll include that once we get up to there and look at those. But I do think we're going to find some because I saw some baby ones growing there about 3 days ago. And I figured it would be about time to pick them today. So I'm really excited and looking forward to that. So I am by the spot where I saw these, where I found the big group last time. I'll pull up a picture of those right there. There's another smaller group right here. This is a group I saw last time, and I left it hoping it would get bigger. As you can see, it's still pretty small, but I'm going to pick it anyways because I feel like if I wait any bit longer, it'll go bad. So, as you can see, I'm by this huge, giant oak tree. Super old oak tree. And that's primarily what these things grow by. And I'm just gonna try to leave most of the mushroom like roots on the ground just so it doesn't get a ton of dirt. As you can see here, the bottom of this mushroom is like a bright white. And the top in my area mostly is grayish color like this. I rip off one of these little ones so I can show you guys the spores. As you can see here, there's the camera. Focuses. You can see here, man, that's hard to tell. But they have little holes, kind of like a pheasant back. But they don't really go down in. They kind of just have like the texture of holes on them, if that makes sense. But as you can see here, this is a beautiful little group of maritake mushroom, I think is how you pronounce the scientific name, or what I call them, hen of the woods. I'll show you guys the tree that this thing is growing on. It's crazy how big the tree is. Look how big, old this tree is. It's giant. And that's, like I said, these mushrooms mainly grow under oak trees. This area has a ton of oak trees that I'm walking in, so that's why I have been able to find these. This is like the one of 2 trees that I've actually found these things on. They're really hard to spot, and you really if you're not looking for them, you're not going to see them. But once you start spotting these and you guys keep walking and looking, you'll spot these pretty much every time that you're looking for them. But like I said, these are hen of the woods or maritake mushrooms, and they primarily grow under oak trees. And I am very excited about these. As I was walking to find these, actually, like I said, I saw a ton more pheasant back mushrooms. But like I said, I already have 3 bags full, and I can leave these for either other people to find or my friends to come out and find them. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. There is one mushroom that I'm going to show you on the way out that's just like a crazy looking poisonous mushroom. I'm going to try to figure out what it is for you guys. But anyways, this is hen of the woods. I'm going to put it in my bag and I'm going to keep walking. Also, I'm going to show you guys how to prepare and cook both of these mushrooms today. Since I found both of them, I will show you guys how to cook both of them. That's gotta be the most nastiest looking mushroom I've ever seen. Alright guys, well I just found all of these. I don't know what these even are, but they're all over this tree. There's one back there. They're everywhere. I've always wanted to come and look at this tree, but I never did because it's so thick back in here, but I saw these on the trail. I'll have to try to identify these. Alright guys, so I just got word that my grandma wants some pheasant backs. I told her I was finding quite a few of them. So I'm going to just pick the rest of the ones that I saw, including this massive one right here. So hopefully it's not too buggy. There's another baby one growing right there. Get my knife out and I'll show you guys once I cut it. Alright guys, I got it cut. Here it is. There's the bottom of it. I'll put it in this bag and keep cutting. Okay guys, so the first mushroom that I'm going to show you how to clean is the hen of the woods. I'm just going to cook up that smaller batch from earlier. This little one right here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get out a strainer. And I'm going to lay down a towel on the counter to put the mushrooms in after I wash them off. So what you're going to do is you're going to take these and you're just going to turn on to cold water. And you just really want to rinse off and get all the dirt and bugs out of the mushroom. And they kind of just break apart pretty easily. So they kind of split off like string cheese. And you can just pull it apart like that. And rinse it off like this. And you kind of just pull it apart like that. Rinse it off. So you really get all that dirt out of there. And then once you get like little pieces like this, just put it in your strainer so some of the water can start flowing off of it. And you just literally pull it apart just like that. And you just rinse the mushrooms off with the strainer. And you kind of just peel it apart like so. Just like that. Just rinse it off, get all the dirt and bugs and all that out. I'm not going to show you guys the whole process because you get it, but you just basically want to peel it apart and rinse each section off and get all the dirt out of it. Really just get it really clean and get all the bugs and dirt out. Put it in the strainer. So that's what you guys want to do with the hen of the woods. You may be wondering if you have mushrooms left over what to do with them. So first off, just make sure they're really dry after you clean them. And then just put them in a Ziploc bag and put them in the freezer, and they'll stay nice and fresh, and you can pull them out and eat them whenever you want. So these are all the ones that I cleaned that I'm going to cook right now, and then I'm just going to throw these in a freezer bag and throw them in the freezer. Okay guys, so you're going to get a pan that's big enough to fit all your mushrooms in. You're going to grab a little bit of butter. I just have some salted butter. You're going to want half an onion for how much you're cooking with. So I got some butter, half an onion, and then you're also going to either want garlic powder or garlic cloves. I don't have any garlic cloves right now, so I'm just going to use a little bit of garlic powder. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn the burner on to medium and get that butter in there. And I'm going to dice up my onion. Just going to take my onion. Hopefully not cry while doing this. Alright. I'm just going to get something to cut it with. Here. And I'm just going to roughly chop it, dice it up. This isn't a very nice knife for doing this, but I don't have my knife right now. The chopping knife, so. That's probably good right there. I'm just going to take it, I'm going to chop it up. Toss it everywhere. And then you're just going to take your onion. And you're going to put that in with your butter. Carefully. Making sure you don't spill any. And then I'm going to take my garlic powder. And I'm just going to put a little bit of that in. Take this and kind of just mix it around a bit. Just drop it a little more. And kind of just let that until it lightly starts to sizzle and like start to cook the onions. And that's when you're gonna add your mushrooms in, and then you're gonna get a lid and cover it. And I will get to that process when it starts to happen. All right, guys, it's starting to sizzle. If you guys be quiet, if I be quiet for a second, you guys can probably hear it sizzling in the background. So now is when you want to dump in your mushrooms. Kind of just mix those in a little bit. You want to really make sure that these aren't in too big of a chunks, or you're not cooking too many in one pan, because you really want to thoroughly cook your mushrooms. So I'm just going to kind of put them down in the pan like that. And then I'm just going to take a lid and cover it up. Perfect. Just going to cover up, and you're just going to want to cook them till they look crispy. And I will show you guys when they are done. Alright guys, so they're about to come off, so I just took a plate and I put paper towels on it. I'm just going to turn the burner off. And I'm just going to dump them right on the plate. And then I'm just going to put the stuff in real quick. And as you can see here, they're cooked thoroughly. And these are going to be really good. I'm already going to, you can already tell. Take one of the littler ones. There. That's super good. But that's how you cook hen in the wood.